This is a test, only a test. Oh, I'm Lynn Browner, and I have a son, Owen, who is 14 and has autism. We paint together, working on his fine motor skills. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings, and then I paint the rest. So here I am painting the rest. So I say this is a test, only a test, because I have been wanting to do like shadow work. Like I do some paintings sometimes that I call chalk paintings, where I use like a black or a very dark or gray background, and then I use like whites and kind of grays to paint on it to make the coloring for the chalk-like excuse me, the chalk-like effect on there. So this is a gray background that is like a pavement color, I think is what it was called. And then this is a brown espresso, I think is what this one's called. Nope, bitter speed. Oh, I can't talk. Bitter sweet chocolate, and it's probably like not coming up right on there. But I wanted to kind of see if I could paint this and then come in and basically paint right next to it the same design and see if it doesn't look like a shadowed effect. So I'm going to let this dry for a little bit and then come back in and see if I can like make it look kind of that shadowy look. We'll see. But if you've watched before, you know I'm not good about patience or taking time to let something dry. So this will be interesting for me to let it dry. My background isn't even completely dry. Owen and I painted almost 2 hours ago, and it's still not dry, so that's interesting to me to begin with. But there you go. I had to look to see what time it was. So anyway, so I will be back in a few minutes. Okay, so I truly have not waited long enough. But here we go. We are on the road to making us a flower that's supposed to have a big shadow. And then see, we have to wait until it technically dries. So that's a whole different ball of wax there. But, you know, it'll be fun to watch and see. And if you've watched before, you know I love to watch paint dry, except for I didn't, like I said, wait very long for this paint to dry. So I should have waited. That'll be my next big goal, is when I go to do something like this, that I actually wait the required amount of time. So yeah, I don't know when that will happen, but we're gonna go for it. So anyways, Owen had a good day with his grandma. It's amazing how many like details he remembers and the things that he says and comes up with. He's beyond brilliant. So when he says things, it's always interesting to me to like see what he says and what happens. So I'm hoping that this kind of will reflect like this will go back more into the background, and it will look like it's kind of like a shadow. But I'm practicing it out, so we'll see what happens as it goes along. But I'm excited to try and see what happens. I'm just going back and kind of making some of these a little darker with that bigger brush. It kind of hides them. So, but we had a pretty good evening. He when I'm laughing because he's so full of life and excitement and everything. And when I dropped him off at his grandma's house, he ran up to the porch and then he waited and watched for me to leave. And he yells from the porch, "I love you. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for coming." And he just keeps like, he rambles on about all the different things. So he says these types of things to anyone that like drops off packages, like if we're outside or he sees somebody like just walking in the neighborhood. He doesn't want to go inside or leave wherever he is until like he makes sure that he tells them something. So he's my little greeter as the days move along. So okay, so just a little more up here on this to kind of, and then I'll make sure that I show everybody how it dries tomorrow, and see what happens with that, and the story goes. So I always sign this O for Owen since he helps me with the background, and then L and B. So there we go. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching and being a part of our day. Toodles, toodles.